It's been 2 years since I posted my first Redstone build. It was the 9-box. A cheap, brass-free starter storage system, which I didn't realize at the time, but may have been one of the best starter storage systems out there at the time. I was thinking about it again recently when Celine pointed out to me that the 9-box schematic is, well, it's gone. But I said to myself, why don't we make a new starter storage system? We've got lots of new tech, some of the greatest storage tech developed right here in the Citadel. We could redo this whole thing without a single power source, just a turn of the valve and it would run the whole thing. So I go and I throw together some quick ideas, I do a bit of prototyping, and a bit later, after some work, I think I've got something quite nice which, dare I say, might be the greatest starter storage system we have with Create. Back when I made the 9-box, I hadn't thought of the swap vault system, which is now referred to as SVS. Now that we have it though, I realized I could abandon the traditional belts I used before and replace it all with a simple mechanical bearing and some linear chassis. First I started with a simple prototype, but I had forgotten a minor sorting issue when making it. Oh, we don't even need this either! Hang on a minute, it just hit me. A vision hit me. I just saw spirits, and they revealed the truth to me. Hold on. Okay, I realized it's actually not this simple because when the items come out, you see they're getting split across each funnel one item type at a time. So all 3 will distribute planks, all 3 will distribute this and that. But the issue is if you have different things, you're gonna have to run it like 10 times to get it to properly fill everything. So I need it to sequentially go one by one. I decided to resolve the problem by simply assembling the toolboxes and using portable storage interfaces to transfer the items. I also made some nice use of the double bearing trick, which is used for assembling contraptions easily. And of course, I forgot to account for the clutch turning off rotation halfway. Oh my goodness, I have a skill issue. There we go. And look at this. Watch this. It's a little trick we got. Oh my goodness. It's a little trick we got. If you've got 2 mechanical bearings, you get an easy, clean, free and efficient way to assemble and disassemble little doodads like this. Now I think the toolboxes aren't assembling, so all we need is a dab of glue. A little bit of Elmer's glue over here. And here's a little extra trick. If we want to just toggle it on and off, we put a valve, put it at 180 degrees, and watch this. One turn turns it on. So it's assembled now, right? It's assembled. And another turn turns it off. So we can just on, off, with no power, no SU, self-contained, portable, clean energy. What in tarnation? Die. What's a man gotta do for some peace and quiet around this place? Because I went all 3, so you're not sitting there all day waiting for it to, reload. We could just do a little bit of a dabble like this, right? So it would have to be... There we go. A little dab of glue. Won't hurt anybody. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And... Wait, does this work? Oh, this is gonna be some placements, hang on. And then we do a little bit of that, right? There we go. Boom. Okay, this is gonna be the test right here. if I throw the items in, drive-by exchange. So they did go in. So this works. Okay. Since this and this are both 180, we could have them on one. I want them on one thing. I want to hit one button and it just does what it does. I don't want to have to. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm turning this one and then I'm turning that one and then I'm turning. I just want to hit one and it goes and I can just hit that whenever I need it to reload. So it's redstone time. Because hear me out. Good sir. Hear me out. Oh, that's it. Observer detects the valve has been turned. Observer sends signal to block, flip, switch, and switch will disable the vault swap every other turn. And that's it. That's all you need. We're gonna do a little bit of this to make it look a little nicer. Put that at 180 and watch this. One, it'll run it once, turn it on, and then do it up. Now, the only scary part is this gonna cost too much rotational force for a valve? Please don't. Something. Okay, if it's at 180 degrees, why did it turn not 180 degrees for a second there? Put that back. 180 degrees, right? What? 180 degrees. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. I see the... I see the problem.
2 hours later.
Look at that. It is symbols. And if we hit it again, it shouldn't turn that. So, it assembles that. It doesn't turn that. Beautiful. That's it. That's all we need. Everything you could want in a cheap, easy to expand, portable, power-free, eco-friendly. Like, the carbon emissions on this thing are immaculate. Let me tell you, the carbon emissions on this thing, so small. It's flawless. Look at that compactness. That top note, that cream, pure vanilla. The greatest starter storage system, the greatest one, that's what they say. You know, that's what they say about the first one. I didn't know at the time, but it turns out that was the greatest starter storage system we had. And we just made it 10 times better. We did it right here in the Citadel. They've never seen a starter storage system like this before, let me tell you. Once that was out of the way, I took some time to flesh out some details, and then ultimately decided to rebuild it to get a cleaner and more compact layout, as I wanted to make it so that not only is it reasonably compact, but it was also easy to understand and had an overall clean layout, so that you could take the KickstartSVS and add your own upgrades and tweaks onto it, which we'll now be getting into. And it hardly took any time at all. It's a fairly minimalistic build, all things considered. Very few blocks going into this, compared to what you'd normally see. Let's clear this out of the way. And let's get upgrading. Our first upgrade is going to be very, very easy to do. What's happening here is we have 3 chutes, and chutes extract items out of a container at 16 at a time. And we're using those instead of andesite funnels because those would be limited to extracting 1 at a time. But hear me out. You can upgrade to your preference of brass funnels or smart chutes. Now, I'm a brass funnel guy myself, what can I say? So you just knock those 3 out, and you go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. There's your first upgrade. Congratulations. Round of applause. You've done it. One of the greatest upgrades I've ever seen. Done right here in America. Incredible. Now, the next upgrade you're probably going to want to make, potentially, depending on what you're doing, and depending on how many different types of items you have, is you may want more toolboxes. And to do that, it's very easy. All we need is some glue, 1 linear chassis per 3 toolboxes, and of course, we need some toolboxes. So all you have to do is you bring it up 1, put the glue down. Oh, and you'll need your wrench. Can't forget that. Goodness me. Bring this down to 3. And the reason you want that at 3 is so that it doesn't grab this redstone. You go 1, 2, 3. And you're done. You've added 3 more toolboxes. You can do it again. You can bring this to 3. And you can go 1, 2, 3. And after this, I don't know why you would want to do this necessarily, but you can have this at 8. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know it looks a little weird to me. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, if you wanted to clean it up, if you really wanted to go down this route, you could do something like that if you really wanted to, and you can go vertical from there. Unlimited toolboxes. Now, for the third feature, which also happens to be my favorite feature as an upgrade that you can add to your KickstartSVS, amongst the many upgrades you could make, is an item request system. So you could have potentially hundreds of various toolboxes, and they've all got their items in there. And let's say in this toolbox you have some andesite alloy, blocks of andesite alloy, and you don't know where they are. It's 100 toolboxes to the right. You don't want to go looking through. An item request system can solve that problem. All you have to do is grab a portable storage interface and some glue. So what we'll do, we'll add it to the top here. Portable storage interface aiming down, 1 block gap, 1 aiming up, depot right here, and a brass funnel. Now, why do we need a brass funnel? We need one so we can use a list filter. Grab one of our andesite alloys. Now, if you don't have one, you can drag and drop. Where is it? Andesite alloy. Look at this. You don't have to have the item. This isn't creative mode exclusive. You right-click with the list filter, drag and drop your andesite alloy into the list filter, and you don't have to have the item. It's free. Put your filter down, hit the lever, and look at that. It immediately grabs your stack of andesite alloy blocks. That's it. That's all you have to do. And now you have an upgraded version with an item request system. And that's it. Congratulations, you've made it to the end. I've got more redstone coming soon, but in the meantime, why don't you check out one of these videos?